Hi students, how are you? So after some days again, welcome to SB Maths class for class 9. Today we will discuss about the chapter. Actually we have discussed some parts of polynomials, that is the division algorithm, factor theorem, those and their applications. Today we will discuss about the factorization of the polynomials. So let us start. The middle term factor. Actually two types of factors are there, middle term factors and factorization. Actually middle term factorization and the vanishing factorization. You will see in your book lots of types are there, that is application of the formulae of x square minus y square, or you can say a square minus b square, whatever, and then a cube plus b cube, a cube minus b cube, those are there. But mainly we will do here the factorization of quadratic trinomials. So what are the quadratic trinomials? That is x square plus bx plus c. This is called the quadratic trinomial. Then to factorize this one, actually factorization of this quadratic trinomial, that means you have to express this quadratic trinomial into the product of two 1-degree polynomials. That means here you have to express this into the form of x plus p and x plus p into x plus q, where p and q are the two integers. Here p and q are the two integers. I have told you previously that rule. P and q are the integers, and also p plus q will be b and pq will be c. Those are two conditions. You have to apply those conditions to get this result, otherwise you will not get the result. P plus q equals to b, that means that this middle term is being splitted into two parts, two integers p and q, and also with the help of another condition, that is pq, that two parts, when you will multiply those two parts, you will get that constant term. Actually here we have written x square plus bx plus c. Sometimes the coefficient of x square will be more than 1. So then it will be, actually if we take this is ax square plus bx plus c, then this condition will change to ca, that is the product of those two will be equals to the product of pq. So let us do one example there. Let us write 2x square minus 5x plus 6. So okay, I am taking at first x square. After that more than one coefficient we will take here. So now 6 is here. You have to factorize 6. 6 means, actually factorize means you have to make the pairs so that the product of those two numbers will be equals to 6. Or if it is more than 1, this coefficient is more than 1. Suppose it was 12, erase that one. So if it was like that, 2 into 6 it is 12. So you have to factorize 12 so that you can make pairs of two numbers, that is product of those two numbers will be 12. Here I am writing like that only, 2 into 3 and 1 into 6. Apart from this, no any pairs are coming here. Now which pair will be applied here? That is the main thing. And also you have to grow that intuition, because whenever some questions will come regarding this in your exam, you will get only, actually 2 or 3 marks question will come, and you will get only hardly 2 minutes to 3 minutes to solve this one. So in that time, if you do those all those things, then it will be a tedious process, the time consuming process. So you have to grow up you have to develop the intuition, that seeing only this example or this question, something will come in your mind, that is those two will come, those two pairs will come here. So I am writing those to apply that one. Actually Here minus 5 is there, so minus 2 and minus 3 will come. I am writing like that, 3 plus 2, x plus 6, or I am writing x square minus, so here 6 and 1 is there, here minus 5 is there, so we can write this as 6 minus 1, x plus 6. So both the options we have done. Let us see which one is coming correctly. So 6 minus 1 means here those two integers are p is 6 and q is minus 1. That's why 6 minus 1 it is coming. So now it is x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6. For those type of sums, don't do any mistake regarding signs. If you make any mistake regarding signs, then the answer will not come. Okay. After this, what we have to do? Actually, from this line, directly you can do this line. For making you understand, I am writing the middle line. Directly you have to do actually. So here, we have to take the commons now, so that we can express this expression at the form of this, that is product of two 1 degree polynomials. So from those two, x will be the common, so here x minus 3 will be there. From those two, minus 2 will be the common, so x minus 3 will be there. Now from those two pairs, what is coming? X minus 3 is coming. Actually this you have to keep in mind, that is whenever you will take common, both those things within the bracket should have to be equal. If those are not equal, you are doing wrong. Okay, those should be equal, otherwise you cannot do anything. That cannot be factorized. So must those have to be equal, x minus 3 and then x minus 2. So we have found the polynomials, 1 degree polynomials, that is product of those two is coming this one. You can verify. You know how to do the multiplication of the algebraic expressions. You can verify. Okay, I am showing this one at first. That is why this is wrong. Just see, x square minus 6s it is coming, minus minus plus x it is coming, plus 6 it is coming. Now x will be common from those two. X minus 6 plus 1 will be common, so x plus 6. Just see here. Here just see, here x minus 6 and here it is x plus 6. Those are different. So we cannot proceed further. We cannot take common from those two. So we have to finish here, and this is not the factorization. This is wrong. That's why we have to take this one. But in exam you cannot get time. Here 6 is only there. If it is 24, 32, so lots of pairs will be formed there. So you cannot verify with all those pairs. So that's why I am saying, that is you have to develop your intuition. If you can't develop your intuition, then you cannot get time to solve this one. So you have to must practice all those types, all those examples from your book, and you have to develop your intuition. Okay. So this was the example. Now let us take this coefficient more than 1. So students, the next example. This one, 6x square plus 17x plus 5. So it is more than 1 now, so you have to multiply those at first. So 5 into 6, it is coming 30. Now we have to do the factorization of 30 at first. So 30, 15, this. So what are the pairs? So here 30 equals to, we can write 1 into 30, then 2 into 15, then 3 into 10, then 5 into 6, then those are all. Those are the pairs. So now see, only for 30 we are getting 4 pairs. Now up to this you have to do, not like that at first of your middle term factor, whenever we are saying we can do. Our experience says us that is what we have to do, but you cannot do now. Whenever you will practice, you can do that one. But up to this you have to do always. After that, what you have to do, don't take all of these options, just see. Here 17 is there, so how we will get 17 from those two? What are the possibilities? So seeing only you can see that is here 2 and 15. 2 and 15 are there, so 2 plus 15 equals to 17. So must this will be applied there. This is the rule only. So let us apply. 6x square plus 2x plus 15x plus 5, and also you have to take the commons correctly. 6x square and 2x is there, so 2x will be common over there. If you can't understand how to, actually you have learned those in class 7, but if you have forgotten, just ask me at our WhatsApp group and I will say you again. So 2x, so it will be 3x plus 1, and here 5 will be common. So here 3x plus 1, just see those two are equal. So here 2x plus 5 and 3x plus 1. This is the factor. Okay. So I think you have got how to do. Now you have to practice. So it depends on you only to practice those types a lot and also be expert to do the middle term factors. I think you have got the rule. If any problem is there, then you can ask me. I will do the middle term factors only, but another type, that is whenever those coefficients are irrational numbers, then what you have to do. Sometimes I have seen some students stagger in that portion, so let us do that one. This is now our example. Here just see the coefficient of this one x square is one irrational number and the constant term is also another irrational number. The same rule will be applied here. Okay, so 4 root 3 into 2 root 3. First of all we have to do this one, 4 root 3 into 2 root 3. So how much it is coming? 8. So 24 it is coming. Now we have to split this 24 into two parts so that the sum of those two parts will be equals to 5 and multiplication or product of those two parts will be equals to 24. Actually it will be minus 24 because here minus sign is there, but I am doing the operation only with the numerical values. Minus sign will be adjusted from there. So that's why what have I told, that is you have to split this 24 into two parts so that the sum of those two will be equals to 5 and product of those two will be equals to minus 24. So let us see. Let us factorize 24. So it is coming this. Or you can do directly. Directly means I am doing like that. 1 into 24. From 1 you will start and whatever it will come you can just write down. 2 into 12. Then 3 into 8. Then 4 into 6. I think nothing will come. So 4 options are there. Okay. So within those 4 options you have to now find 5. So there is only one option I can get from here, that is 8 and 3. That is 8 minus 3 we can get 5. I have told you that is the sign will be adjusted as per that one. So you have to adjust like that. But there is the possibility only for 8 and 3 to make 5. That is if you do minus 3 that one, then you will get 5 there. So that only will be applied here. So 4 root 3 x square plus 8x minus 3x minus 2 root 3 now. 8 minus 3 is coming 5 now. And 8 into minus 3 is coming 24 minus 24. So now take the commons. From those two only 4x is coming common, I can see. So root 3x plus 2 it is coming. From those two minus, at first minus will come common, and then we can see from the number terms, that is root 3 is coming common. So only this one. So here it is coming root 3x plus 2. Root 3x plus 2. So from this it is very much easy. Plus 2 and 4x minus root 3. So this is the factor of this polynomial. So I think you have got the rule what to do and why we will do. I think you have got all those things. So students, today up to this, practice all those sums whatever there in your books. Agarwal book, lots of sums are there. Middle term factor. Practice those, and if you find any difficulty, you can feel free to ask me at our WhatsApp group or also the online session. And also if you find this video is helpful to you, so please give a like, and also you can subscribe my channel to get the updates regularly. Thank you.